Seshadri Chari, convener of the Foreign Affairs Cell of the BJP, debating with Dr. Abhishek Manu Singhvi tonight. Dr. Singhvi, my first question is to you. You said on May 27, 2011, Dr. Singhvi, in the question of Afzal Guru, you said that you must be aware there is a list which cannot be leapfrogged. You said, let us maintain the sobriety of the constitutional process. You said, Dr. Singhvi, that even if there is no rule in the constitution that says sequences to be followed, common sense says to follow a sequence, we are not indulging in vote bank politics. By that definition today, why have you broken the sobriety of the constitutional process? Why have you betrayed common sense, and why have you leapfrogged the list for Kasab?
The answer is easy and obvious, Arnab. I stand by every word of what I said. And remember that when I said it, I produced on the floor of the House a list of 19 names which remained unmoved right through the 6 years of the BJP rule. They didn't move by one jot. So it's not as if we are alone doing it. To answer your question about Kasab, clearly, this stands on a totally different footing because it involves a foreign country, a national exported by a foreign country along with others. It is not to suggest in any manner that the parliament attack is any less dastardly, but the nature, the trans-border and territorial character of this offence is different.
So your question was in the context of Afzal Guru.
Candid camera view.
Afzal Guru was the question.
Let me complete, Arnab. Hello, No. Your question is, why did we execute Kasab?
No, you were asked,
leapfrogging a list
when asked about Afzal Guru, you said we cannot leapfrog the process, there is a system.
No, now about Afzal Guru, the point I was making was that I did not say we cannot. I said it has to be kept in mind that there are 19 names in that list, and Afzal Guru is somewhere around 18 or 19, I don't remember. Now it would be odd if you started plucking out suddenly random names from that list. So, which, by the way,
1 minute, this plucking out argument
to do.
Seshadri
that does not mean. That doesn't mean. One second. That doesn't mean that we should not do it.
No.
Soon. That doesn't mean that we can ignore that from 2006 at least the delay is considerable. You must count from 2006, not from before.
Dr. Singhvi.
But I'm only saying that there is a list of very heinous crimes in that list.
Dr. Singhvi.
People very seriously involved, and you should be acting on all of them very expeditiously.
No, one second. I'm going to get back to Dr. Singhvi. You think I lost the line with Dr. Singhvi makes that point there, that there is a list. You cannot leapfrog the list, Seshadri Chari. There is a sobriety of the constitutional process. In the context of Afzal Guru, in your view, does this argument hold? Because this whole argument has been demolished willy-nilly by Kasab leapfrogging the list today. So they have to come up with a better excuse, don't they?
Not only it's a question of coming out with a better excuse. I think if the government is very serious enough in telling the world that we are no longer a soft state, you know that even the timing of Kasab has to be explained. It is a different thing that we took 4 years for this. But just as they can say that the BJP government or the NDA government did nothing, the former President of India, I am very sorry to drag in the name of the President of India into this whole debate.
Go ahead.
The former President of India sat over the matter for the whole tenure of her term, and the same argument was given that we cannot jump the queue. Then why did you jump the queue now? Number one. Is there any diplomatic answer to that? Is there a political answer to that? Is there a security and strategic answer to that? And then here is a government which jumps the queue, executes Kasab, and does not even inform the Pakistani Minister for Interior Affairs.
Dr. Singhvi, answer that pointedly.
When the decision was taken on the 7th of November, what prevented you from taking such a long time?
Dr. Singhvi, if I have you back with me...
I don't think government is on a very strong footing as far as Dr. Singhvi is concerned.
Dr. Singhvi, point number 2.
If they have any valid reason, if they have any logical reason, I think they can come out.
Dr. Singhvi, if there is a compulsion holding you back on Afzal Guru, why don't you take the nation into confidence on it? Because otherwise, your own words will come back to haunt you. The Prime Minister of India said in a press conference in Mumbai on April 14, 2009, Dr. Singhvi, if you can hear me, He said there are cases much above in that list where the death penalty is being reviewed, mercy petitions have been pending and no decision has been taken to execute the death sentence. And therefore, he said, to take up Afzal Guru's case as an isolation is improper. So the argument was this: you cannot take up any case in isolation.
First of all, you find clearly there a similar echo of the sequence argument, the leapfrogging argument.
So the sequence argument is over today.
It would seem odd if you were... No, it's not over. You didn't listen to me. You don't... Arnab, you have to listen to the reply. I think I repeated reply 3 times. I said, Kasab's execution today is not an exception to the leapfrog argument. Kasab is a special sui generis exceptional case of a trans-border crime.
Really?
Another country exporting its nationals. All the other people in the list are domestic crimes. This is involving a issue which was in broad camera recorded.
So tomorrow you are...
And involved a Pakistani export.
Yeah, this is a new argument.
It could be put. I'm not suggesting that is it could be put.
It's a brand new argument.
No. I'm saying it could be put in a special category.
It's a brand new argument
compared to all the others who are domestic Indian nationals.
It's a brand new argument.
Indian crimes.
So tomorrow by that logic. No, tomorrow by that logic,
it doesn't matter if it's a brand new or middle.
No, by tomorrow by that logic, you would be encouraging. You would be encouraging domestic terror. You would be encouraging domestic terror because by that argument, Dr. Singhvi, an Indian national, goes out and carries out a terrorist attack, killing hundreds of people. That person expects more lenient treatment as opposed to a foreign national carrying out a smaller offence. It's a self-defeating argument.
Arnab, I don't know. Permit me to say, Arnab, that I don't know whether your characterization of my argument due to oversimplification makes it farcical or comic. I don't know. I have never said what you have said. I am trying to say that all the names in the list which remained unchanged and unmoved during BJP cannot have a leapfrog movement. The Kasab case which you cite as a anomaly in that is a different category.
So
it doesn't mean we are encouraging domestic crimes.
Seshadri Chari raised his hand. Seshadri Chari raised his hand, but Dr. Singhvi...
Yes, can I just finish one second? Second,
Dr. Singhvi,
apropos what Mr. Chari said, I am myself saying that there is no doubt, and had it been only to play to the galleries or for ulterior motive, the Home Minister, as recently as last year or earlier this year, would not have specifically recommended that the mercy petition of Afzal be rejected.
Dr. Singhvi, there is no chronological order.
So if we were trying to be over clever, that's not correct.
No. The government said in 2006. The government said in 2008, in 2009, in 2011 that there is no law which allows the government to pick up one clemency request, and it said if we pick up one clemency request, it will be taking it up arbitrarily. That will be a breakdown of the law. Your definition today of foreign terrorists vis-a-vis Indian terrorists being treated differently is a brand new argument. I accept it, but I don't know whether you are aware, Dr. Singhvi, that a constitution bench...
Kasab is the only case of its kind.
No, a constitution bench decision...
Kasab is the only case of its kind where we have foreign national court committing a heinous set of crimes in Indian territory on camera.
No, a constitution bench decision...
19 or 22 have that element.
Well, Seshadri Chari wants to come in and then I'll come back to you. Mr. Chari.
No. Arnav, this whole debate of terror being different if it is committed by a foreign person and terror being totally different if he is a homegrown terrorist or from Kashmir to Kanyakumari, somewhere in your territory, in itself is a very dangerous argument. We should learn to look at terror as a terror attack. A terror attack in Mumbai, in Victoria Terminus station, killing 176 persons, and a terror attack on the Parliament of India, which epitomizes this country, are equally dangerous, bad, whether committed by a foreigner, whether committed by an American or a Bangladeshi or an Indian from Kashmir to Kanyakumari. It is wrong. Therefore, the government should stick to one argument. If they have jumped the queue for some reason, I think they can take the parliament into confidence, they can take the security concerns into confidence. I mean, they don't have to explain why they jumped the queue, but at least they can come clean on Afzal Guru case. which has been pending for the last 10 years. If the former president did not do it, and if this president is prepared to oblige the government on these things, I think it is a golden opportunity for us to showcase to the whole world that we are not a soft state and we can tackle terrorism in our own way within the parameters of the judiciary, which is an excellent example in the world anywhere. I think it is better for the Congress government to come clean on these issues rather than putting all these under the carpet, saying that this is what we said at that time and this is what
we have divergence of views, and that's okay.
The same Home Minister whom he is quoting now, it is the same Home Minister who spoke about Hindu terror and all that. So I don't think we should we should base our arguments on what the Home Minister said. If the government has decided to jump the queue once, there is nothing wrong to prevent the government from jumping the queue again. And an attack on Parliament is more heinous, or at least as heinous as what Ajmal Kasab has done.
Abhishek Singhvi,
it is better if
Abhishek Singhvi and Seshadri Chari. Abhishek Singhvi and Seshadri Chari, the government is under scrutiny on Afzal Guru. You have a divergence of views. Surely the media and the entire nation are now going to ask more questions of the Afzal Guru case. Let's see what the government and what Rashtrapati Bhavan does. Gentlemen, thank you very much for debate number 2 on the Newshour tonight. Thank you.